I added much needed additional shop lighting, so now we can all see better. Real quick, I had some of you reach out to me just because it's been a while since I posted. Long story short, we had an employee in for my regular job that ate up a whole week of my time, plus I didn't see much of my family that week. So I took the following week off, which was last week, just to kind of recalibrate and see my family and everything, and now we are back at it. So 3 weeks, I guess this is the start of the 3rd week. But anyway, we got a lot of little things that I want to get taken care of before we can actually move on with welding in the floor pan, the wheelhouse, and the quarter panel. The first of that being that this door hinge, or these door hinges, they need rebuilt. They've gotten worse, and I was going to try to do it without rebuilding that, but the right thing to do is to rebuild these hinges, get the door sitting straight, so whenever we weld in our quarter panel, all our lines line up. Ideally, I believe you would want to do this before you even take the old quarter panel off, but I didn't. Oh well. Let's get the hinges off. So to make life easier, I did take a knife and score around where the current hinges are, just to make sure I can at least have a starting point whenever I gotta line all this back up. All right, we got the door back on. I didn't film that part because you guys saw me hang the door on the driver's side, and I just felt like, you can only watch that so many times. But I will say, again, reiterate, that if you're doing it by yourself, one of these cheap stools is a huge help. Just lay the door on there, balance it the way you want it, slide it up, bolt it onto the car. It makes life really easy. And it also helps when you're doing adjustments. Like if you need to kick the bottom side of the door up, you can prop this under there and jack it up, make your adjustments on the hinges. I did throw some paint on the hinges. I wasn't too concerned about this because at this point I just need to get the door hung so I can move on to the quarter panel, because I really want to get the rear end back on the car soon so that we can start moving this thing around. So that being said, I did put paint on them just to prevent them from rusting, but I probably will clean these up again while they're on the car and do something with them. I can think about that later. Look what happened to Nala. She got a haircut. Nala, hey, what happened? Yes, you're so cute. Yes, you are. You got tape on you. So now the door is properly lined. We have a good gap along the bottom. I found on my parts car that I use as a reference car that the bottom of this scoop here line should be about 4 inches and an eighth, right around 4 inches to 4 inches and an eighth off of the rocker panel. So This alignment is consistent with that, and now we need to address the fact that this lower quarter panel hangs down here, which I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. But I guess before I do that, I'm going to pop it off and remove this lead just to get that annoying little thing off the list. Also, I was recently asked if I was a professional or a DIYer with this stuff. If it's not apparent, I am absolutely 100% a DIYer. That's why the channel is named Grease Rookie Garage. I should also probably point out that if you are watching my channel and you're not familiar with Joe Daddy's Garage, you should go over and watch that channel, because that's pretty much where I'm learning everything that I'm doing here. So he is the Jedi Master of making aftermarket Mustang panels fit. So between channels like Joe Daddy's Garage, Rally Cat Garage, The Infernal Craftsman, Third Stall Garage, Lunar Outlaws Garage, there's all kinds of great content out there that I watch and learn from. And then of course, so many of you in the comments are constantly giving me advice. So I'm very much just learning as I go. Okay, so it's the next night. Anytime I do work with the lead or I'm sanding, it could potentially be in the air. I get the work done quickly, I get things cleaned up, and I leave for the night. That way, anything that's in the air can settle. I've got 2 little girls and I want to be around for a while, so I just figured better safe than sorry. Here is all of the lead. This is the lead from both the driver's side and the passenger side seam. It's pretty heavy. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but there it is. Anyway, that's cleaned up, so now I can put the quarter panel back on and we will see how it fits and if we can't get it fitting perfectly. Alright, so we're getting closer. There is a gap here that needs to tighten up, but that's because right now the quarter panel is getting caught on this slip, so I'll draw a line here. Remove this material so this can shift over, but things are lining up much better now. The quarter panel is sitting a little higher, which it needed to. This is much closer to fitting, which in turn is much closer to lining up with these body lines. So again, we're close. At this point, just got to start trimming metal here and there and seeing if we can't get this to fit perfectly. Well, how about that? Robert Adams, aka the Infernal Craftsman on YouTube, told me that the passenger side quarter would fit better than the driver side quarter, and sure enough it does. Things are lining up much better. This gap is taken care of down here now. The door lines line up. Everything is lining up much better. Well enough now that the wheelhouse, the outer wheelhouse, and the trunk floor pan can now be welded in. There isn't much fine tuning left to do on this quarter. So far, my biggest issue that I see is I took off a little bit too much material in here, but not too much. It's actually that gap closed up quite a bit since I fixed this. So we're good. I took off a little bit too much material right in here. This still needs to shift over just a little bit, but if you look in there, that yellow stuff is braze. There's some of that needs to be removed, and that would allow this to move over just a little bit more. And the deck lid itself needs to shift over this way a little bit. There's some room here for it to move over, and we'll be good. So overall, time-wise, this whole process, much faster than what we did on the driver's side. That is one thing I'll point out. If it does sound like I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing as far as installing this quarter panel, it's because I literally just finished installing the driver's side for those of you that are new to the channel. So all this is pretty fresh in my head, and I do have a decent amount of confidence doing this. And this came together incredibly well. Very happy with it. I think the next thing to do is to start removing panels, prepping surfaces, and start welding stuff in. So our first order of business then is going to be locking all these panels down with sheet metal screws. That way we can align them back up in the proper places once we get the quarter panel off and after we prep all the surfaces. So let's do that. Last thing I'm doing is just tracing where the frame rail meets the bottom of the trunk floor pan, so I have a good idea of what I'm doing whenever I'm drilling my holes or my spot welds. Apologies for the shaky footage. Okay, real quick, I wanted to point something out. I was just editing the episode and I realized right around the, it's coming off, I think it was the 11:20 mark. Yeah, I wrote it on my hand like a third grader. The 11:20 mark, when I'm putting sheet metal screws in, the car shifted, if you guys noticed that. This car is on casters. The way I have it leveled off though, it's easy to move. So I actually have tape marks on the floor for when that happens to reposition everything. And I will check everything again now that happened with the laser level to make sure that nothing is shifted, because I'm going to be welding in a lot of panels here. So I wanted to point that out. Also, when I rebuilt those hinges, I used this spring compressor this time. When I did the driver's side door, I used a valve spring compressor for like lawnmower engines. I picked this up at Advanced Auto for like $10. And this is definitely the way to go. It's a lot safer, and this is actually a door spring compressor. So I wanted to point that out. Also, check it out. I have a new shirt, Mustang themed, GR Garage. Wonder what that stands for. If you want to help support the channel, that's a good way to do it. Full transparency. I make like $5 off of them. So I forget what they're priced at. I think this is right around $20 plus shipping, and I picked it's a good quality shirt. That's the other thing. But I will put the link to my Teespring account in the description if you want to help support the channel. So what else is there? I'm not going to get to welding anything in this episode. I was kind of hoping maybe we could get something welded in, but you know, I came back from that break. I only worked for 4 evenings, and the weather's gotten cold, and I just don't really feel like spraying the weld through primer, so I'm gonna hold off. But I at least wanted to get a video up and let you guys know that I am alive and well, and we're getting stuff done on the car. The final fitment is complete though. I mean, I would consider everything fitting well enough that I'm ready to weld everything in. We'll be doing the trunk floor pan, the outer wheel house. We'll double check the quarter panel one more time. You know, I gotta remove a couple things like this braze, but we're about ready to do it. Also, I want to paint all this too, so I need to pick up some more Rust-Oleum for that, and again, wait until it's a little bit warmer before I paint. So things are coming along nicely, guys. I hope, if anything, these videos are serving as encouragement for you guys to get out and have this much fun in your garage if you can. I love it whenever you guys message me and let me know that you've picked up projects and you're getting into this stuff, and it's awesome. So you guys are fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate you greatly. I appreciate all the input and help you give me. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend, and until the next episode, guys, stay driven.